In this video, we are going to learn samacheer kalvi chapter 2 measurement. Okay, first we will learn parallelogram. What is meant by parallelogram? A parallelogram is a quadrilateral with both pairs of opposite sides or parallel. See here, we have here one parallel line. This is parallel to this one, and this is parallel to this one. This is parallel to this one. So a parallelogram is a quadrilateral. Quadrilateral means it is four sides. Quadrilateral means it is four sides. It will have four sides. Is parallelogram have four sides, but opposite sides are parallel. This is parallel to this one, and this is parallel to this is one. And then the next property, if a quadrilateral is a parallelogram, then its opposite sides are congruent. Opposite angles are congruent. Angle Q is congruent to angle S. Angle P is congruent to angle R. When if it is a parallelogram, its opposite angles also equal. This symbol represents congruent. And we'll see the next property, opposite sides. If a quadrilateral is parallelogram, then opposite sides are congruent. In the previous picture also we have seen that this side is equal to this and this side is equal to this. So we can write it as PQ is congruent to RS and PS is congruent to RQ or QR. We can write. So it has two opposite sides are equal or congruent. The next property, consecutive angles. If a quadrilateral is a parallelogram, then consecutive angles are supplementary. Supplementary means it should give 180 degree when you add. When you add the consecutive angles. Consecutive angle means the straight line. Angle P and angle Q, if you add, it should give 180 degree. That is called supplementary angle. This is another property of the parallelogram. And the next one, the base of a parallelogram. A parallelogram will have two bases. This is base and base, and this is also a base. Okay, it will have actually four base. Now, this parallelogram, how we can make it as a rectangle, will do with a small activity. Here we have a base. When a line is the shortest distance, a perpendicular distance, we can say between the bases. See, this is one base and this another base. Between the base, a shortest and a perpendicular line is called as the height of the parallelogram. All these are all bases means where is it height? Yes, we can draw a height in between the bases. It is a perpendicular line, and moreover that a shortest distance between the bases, that is called height. When you cut this height and we are bringing this side, it will give you rectangle. So from the parallelogram we can make a rectangle. A height can be inside the parallelogram or outside the parallelogram also it can be. Next, so we have got the uh, height and we brought it here and we made it as a rectangle. What is the formula of area of a rectangle? It is L into B, we know it. But here we do not have a length, instead that we have a height. So the area of a parallelogram formula is base into height. So area of a parallelogram, these are all after the piece which we have cut, we made it as a rectangle. So this is a height and this is base. So when very important, the height must be perpendicular to the base. This is the most important thing. You may think that let me cut from here to here. No, it should be a perpendicular line and it should connect both the bases. And then shortest distance also you should be there. Then only it is called as a height of the parallelogram. And here we have few questions. If we are going to find the area of this given figure, it is in a parallelogram because its opposite sides are equal. This is opposite to this one and this is opposite to this one. If so, how we can find the area? First you see the bases. How many bases we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the base is 6. In this, how to find the area? A perpendicular line, I said no. So this is a perpendicular line. It has 1, 2, 3. So the height is 3 here. So what is the area of a parallelogram formula? Base into height. If so, 6 into 3. So 6 3s are 18. This is one method. Another method, instead of using the formula, directly we can count the number of square which is inside the figure, because area is a space occupied by an object. So in that way also we can find the area of a parallelogram. Just write the numbers 1, 2, and this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Likewise, when you write, it gives you 18 square units. Why we are not writing centimeter means we do not know what measurement it is taken in the square. It can be a square meter or square centimeter or sometimes square kilometer also. It is not mentioned. If it is mentioned, each square box is a 1 centimeter, then we can write, instead of this units, square centimeter we can write. The same way here also, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you have a 2 of a square, so we can consider this a 2 of is equal to 1. So it is 5 square unit. This is one way of doing when it is given in the square paper, how to find the area of a parallelogram. And the next one, we have one more sum also. See here, the base is 1, 2, 3, 4. We will apply the formula here. So base is 4 and height is 1, 2. Don't worry, the base is only off, only it has taken. No problem. In the remaining of this half we didn't take at all, so it will be adjusted like that. So height we got it as a 2. So now the area of a parallel formula is base into height. So 4 2s are 8. So the square 8 square units. Same way here also. The base is 1 to count the number of base squares. How many we have in the second figure? We have 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. So it is base is 4 and here height is 1. We should not take that because it is not connecting the two bases. The base is one base is here, the other base is here. So we need to take this one only. This is your height. So 1 and 2, height is 2. So 4 2s are 8 square units. The next one, we have exercise 2.1 sums here. We all have to use the area of a parallelogram formula here to find the area of and perimeter also. Find the area and perimeter. So to find the area of a parallelogram, the formula is base into height. Check whether base is given. Yes, AB we can take it as a base. So base is 11 and height. Whether we will take it as, we have 4 and 3 also. Which one we will take here? Either 3 or 4? Yes, exactly 3 only we have to take, because only 3 is connecting the two bases in a perpendicular line, perpendicular distance. So we have to take the height as a 3. So the formula is based into height. So 11 into 3, when you multiply, it gives you 33 square centimeter. Here we can write centimeter because the units are given in a centimeter. And the next sum, see in this previous sum it is given the straight way, but even it is given like a tilted, let it be. So now we can, the formula is based into height. Here we can take this as a base, because in the parallelogram this is base, even this is also base, but this is both are equal, and this base and this base is equal. So we will take the base as 7 centimeter in this question. Then what about the height? Whether we will take as a 13 or 10? 10 only, because only this distance is reduced to 13 is reduced to 10 to make the rectangle, and this 13 we will take this side and we can make it as a rectangle by connecting there. So the height will be 10 centimeter. It is not a perpendicular line to take this, only we can draw the perpendicular line here. So we got base as a 7 and height as a cent. So 7 into 10, it is 70 square centimeter. Here also units are given, so we can take it as a 70 square centimeter. This is one way. And we'll see the next sum what is given. And we have a few more sums here. These are the explanation for the previous sum. Area of a parallelogram base into height is given. So 11 into 3, it is 33 square centimeter. And perimeter they asked. How to find the perimeter? Perimeter means sum up of all the sides. Parallelogram will have 4 sides, 1, 2, 3, 4. So add all the 4 sides. See, only we know the 11 centimeter here. The opposite sides are equal in the parallelogram, right? So this also we can consider as 11 centimeter. And this we can consider as a 4. So add all the sides here. 11 plus 4 plus 11 again 4. When you add, you will get 30. And in the same way here also perimeter. This is 13 means this is also going to be 13. And this is 7 means this is also going to be 7. So add up all means we will get 40. So perimeter is so easy to find for all the shapes, because just we are going to add up all the sides. But be careful while you are adding the sides, because a triangle means add three sides and parallelogram means add four, means quadrilateral. What are the quadrilateral shapes here? Rectangle, square, parallelogram, and trapezium. These are all kite. These are all called quadrilateral because it has four sides. Okay. And the next is some perimeter of a parallelogram. What does mean by perimeter? Sum of all the four sides. That is what I said. It is sum of all the four sides. Don't consider that only here we have only 13 centimeter. Here we have 7. All opposite sides are equal in parallelogram. We know it very well. So write the 7 centimeter here, and the opposite also we can write 13 because this is opposite to this. Then we will get all the four sides. Then we can add to get the perimeter. And now here we have one more sum. Find the area and perimeter of the parallelogram for the given figure. The figure is 15 centimeter. So this we can take it as a base. This is your base. So here 15 given means here also we can consider as a base is equal to 15. And here it is given 5 and 4. Then which is the height? This 5 is a base actually. It is not a height. Then what is height? Yes, a line which is connecting the two bases a perpendicular shortest distance. So we won't take the 5 centimeter. We will take only the 4 centimeter as your height. So we know the base and height. Then substitute in the formula. The formula is base into height. So when you do 15 fours are, you will get 60 square centimeter because the units are given in the question. It is centimeter. When we multiply both the centimeter, we will get centimeter square. This is one method. And the next one, we have another sum. Find the area and perimeter of a given parallelogram. Again, we have the question here. See here, it is 13 centimeter. This we cannot take it as a base because this distance only reduced to 10. So this we can take it as a height and this we can take it as a base because in the parallelogram, all the four sides are called as base and height can be sometimes inside and sometimes it can be in outside also. So this is 7 is a base means the height is 10 because this is a perpendicular line and moreover that it is in a shortest distance. So we got both height and base, so we can multiply. When you multiply 7 into 10, 70 square centimeter, we will get. And to know the perimeter, add up all the four sides because parallelogram will have four sides 1 2 3 4. So 13 plus 7 20. Again here you will have 30 and 7. So when you add 40, when you are adding the perimeter, units will not change because we are just adding up. We are not making it as a multiple times. So we will write only the centimeter. And the next is some. Suresh won a parallelogram shaped trophy in a state level chess tournament. He won a parallelogram shaped. Yeah, if so, we have to use the parallelogram formula only. We do not know whether they are going to ask the area or perimeter. For that, we will read the sum fully. So they may ask either of this only to find. We will see what they are asking. And he knows that the area, see the word is mentioned, area of the trophy is 735. Oh, area is given already in the question. Then we need to find either base or height. We'll see the next line. Its base is 21 centimeter. Its base is given. Then definitely they'll be asking the height. This is another way of asking the question. So for base and height is given, we were finding the area. But in this question, area is given, but we are going to find the height. Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. How we can find? Yes, we can find. First, write all the information which is given in the question. Area of the trophy is given. It is 735. And base is given 21 centimeter. What is the formula? Area is equal to base into height. So, in this formula, we know area. So, write down to the area 735. And we know base also it is 21. What we do not know? Height. So, keep the height as same. Then 21 we can move that side, it becomes division. In the 21 table 735, first it goes 3 times, 21 3s are 63. When you divide, you subtract, you will get 10. Bring the 5 down, 105, it goes 5 times. So the height is 35 centimeter. So for base and height is given, we were finding the area. But in this question, area also given, but missing value. What is missing? Height is missing. So we found the height in this question. And the next sum. Next, we are going to learn about rhombus. First, we will learn the properties of rhombus here. Rhombus also takes all the properties of the parallelogram with congruent side, with four congruent side. What are the properties of the parallelogram we learned? Opposite sides are equal, opposite angles are equal. It has two parallel sides and two opposite sides it has, and the diagonals bisect each other, and the diagonal and consecutive angles makes 180 degrees supplementary. These are the properties we have learnt here. Also rhombus also will take all the properties of the parallelogram, but with the condition congruent side. Why it is mentioned here means in the parallelogram only opposite sides are same, but in the rhombus all the four sides are same. If it is 5 centimeter, this is also 5, this is also 5, this is also 5. That is why they mentioned a word with the congruent sides. Okay. And next, we'll learn the properties. The properties of rhombus. The sides of a rhombus are all congruent. Congruent means it is nothing but same length. See, it is a rhombus means if it is the 10 centimeter, all the four sides is going to be the 10 centimeter. Opposite angles of a rhombus are congruent. Only the opposite angles only will be congruent like the parallelogram. If this is P, Q, or yes, if it is 80 degree, this is also going to be 80. If it is 100, this is also going to be 100. So opposite angles are equal. So we have learned two property. The first one is sides of a rhombus are equal or congruent, and opposite angles also equal or congruent. And this is what the angles is given. Let me erase off all this. So this is one more thing. The intersection of the diagonals of a rhombus form means the bisection. Bisecting here it makes a 90 degree. When the diagonals of the rhombus bisect each other, it makes or it forms 90 degree right angle. This means that they are perpendicular. They are perpendicular. The line diagonals are perpendicular means it's a straight line. Each other. This means that they cut each other in half. Okay, adjacent sides means one next to each other of a rhombus or supplementary. Even here also the consecutive angles, that is what they said, adjacent sides. If it gives you 90 degree, 180 degree supplementary angle, it gives this already we have learned in a parallelogram. See here, x degree and y degree when we add, we will get 180 degree. And the next one, here we have in a short way. See here, this is another way, and diagonals is given. All the sides are equal in rhombus. This is equal, this is equal, this is equal, this is also equal. Opposite sides are parallel. Yes, though it all the sides are same, opposite sides also we can say it is the parallel side. This is parallel to this and this is parallel to this. And diagonals divide the rhombus into two pairs of triangles with equal area. Yes, divides into two pairs. See here, this is one triangle and this is the another triangle. It's divides right. The diagonal bisect each other at right angle 90 degree. This is what we have learnt. And formula. We have two different formula for finding the area of a rhombus. When bases and heights are given, the formula is just like what we use in a parallelogram. Same formula we can use, that is base into height. When the base and heights are not given, only the diagonals are given. For the rhombus means this is the formula 1 by 2 into d1 into d2. Means in this case it will not be, there will not be a base and height, only the diagonals will be given. So when the sums are under rhombus, we have to consider whether it is the base and height based sums or diagonal based sums. Okay, so we have two different formula. Now here we have a question. Find the area of a rhombus whose side and altitude is nothing but height. So here it is both two measurements are given. It's not mentioned anywhere that diagonal. So it is base and height only we can consider. The formula is base into height. Altitude means height we know, and whose side is given, because all the sides are same in a rhombus. It's not mentioned which is side. So we can write at anywhere 24. This is 24 centimeters. So we can take base and the formula is base into height. So 24 into 14, when you multiply, you will get 56. 5 you carry over, 28. 28 plus 3, 5 33. 336 square units, not centimeter we can write because it is mentioned. So this is how we can do. And here we have a sum with a diagonals we have. So two diagonals are given. The formula is 1 by 2 into d1 into d2. In the place of d1 we can write it as a 12 centimeter, and in the place of d2 we can write as a 20 centimeter. So we can cancel using the common factor. 2 table 2 goes 1 time and 2 table 20 goes 10 times. So remaining is 12 into 10. When you multiply this, we will get 120 square centimeter. 120 square centimeter. Okay, this is one way. And the next, can diagonals of a rhombus be the same length? Shall we draw and see? This is the rhombus. Both the diagonals will be the same length? No. If it is so, it will be a square only. It will not be a rhombus. We have a definition here. A square is a special kind of rhombus where all four angles are 90-degree, which makes both diagonals the same length of the side multiplied by the square root of 2. Since all four lengths of a rhombus are the same, if the angles are not all 490 degrees, then diagonals cannot be equal. See, in the square, here 90 degree it should be there, and here also 90 degree. All the four corners it will make 90 degree, and the diagonals also will be in the same length. But in the rhombus, only opposite angles are equal, and moreover that it will not be a 90 degree. So the diagonal which is made from them also will not be equal in the length. This is what they are trying to say here. This is what the meant here. And next one. And we have one more. It is a higher order questions. Can you draw a rhombus in such a way that the side is equal to the diagonal? Yes, we can draw. For example, I am taking 5 centimeter all the sides, means even the diagonals also we can draw. But with one of its diagonal is equal to its side's length, in such case the diagonal will divide the rhombus into two congruent equilateral triangle. Then the triangle which is divided by them also, it will become equilateral triangle. It will get all the sides, 5 sides. See here, 5 centimeter, 5 centimeter, 5 centimeter, 5 centimeter, and diagonals also going to be 5, right? So we will get two equilateral triangle. And we have one sum here. Word problem. The floor of an office building consists of 200 rhombus shaped tiles. So here we have rhombus shaped tiles only. It is fixed in a office building. The number of tiles are 200 tiles we have. Okay, and each of the length of the diagonals are, so this tile is in a rhombus shape, and the diagonal, this is one diagonal and this is another diagonal. So diagonal 1 is given 40 centimeter, diagonal 2 is given 25. If so, find the cost of polishing the floor at the rate of 45. So how many tiles we have? We have 200 tiles, and we know the diagonals of each tile. First find the area of each tile because they are going to polish. Polish means they need to polish the full area of that tile. So we need to find the area. It is not mentioned anywhere to find the area or perimeter. We should understand that it is the area sum because polishing can be done only inside the floor only, right? On the floor only. So it is the area. So what is the area of a rhombus? We have two formulas. One is base and height is given. The other one is diagonal. Since it is given diagonal here, we will use this formula 1 by 2 into d1 into d2. Okay, so write all the measurements, and 2 and 40 we can cancel. 20 into 25 gives you 500, and this is the area for the only one tile. Then how many tiles are there? 200 tiles are there. They are going to polish all the 200 tiles only. So we need to multiply. When you multiply like that, we will get 1 lakh square centimeter, and he's charging 45 rupees per meter only, per square meter. We got our answer in a centimeter. So first convert this into meter. How it is possible to convert that? Just multiply by divide by 100. Okay, so when we do like so, we will get a 1000 into, sorry, 10 square, because it is square meter, no. So into 10,000 we need to divide. When we divide, we will get only 10. So if so, the amount is 450 rupees. So this is how, why we need to divide by 10,000 means, I'll tell you. Why we need to divide by 10,000 means, it is given here. It is given only in centimeter. How the centimeter has come? When you centimeter square it is. So 100 into 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. Since it is given centimeter square, we need to multiply 100 into 100. Then you will get a 10,000. With this only we have to divide. If so, you will get 10. So 450 is your amount. Next, find the area of a rhombus whose base and height. Base and height is given, so easy. So base into height formula we can write, and if you multiply you will get 126 square centimeter. This is so easy because area of a parallelogram formula itself we can use here. Again we have one more formula question. The floor of an office building consists of 200 rhombus. Here also it has 200 rhombus. A suite is in the shape of rhombus whose diagonal, this is the suite, it is in a rhombus shape. This is a diagonal. The diagonal is 4 centimeter. This is we can shortest, this is 4 centimeter and this is 5 centimeter. Now what they are going to ask you, the surface of the suite should be covered by aluminum foil. Can you see the top? It is covered by some aluminum foil. Find the cost of aluminum foil used for 400 suites. So since they are going to cover on the top, we need to find the area. So the area of the formula is we need to find, then you multiply by 400 because it is 400 suites they are going to cover. So we need to multiply by 400. Then how they are charging? Only for centimeter they are charging, that too per 100 centimeter he is charging 7 rupees. Okay. So first find the area by writing the formula 1 by 2 into d1 into d2. We know the diagonal. So 2 and 4 will give cancel 2. You will get a 2 5s are 10. For 400 suites we have 4000 square centimeter. 4000 square centimeter. Next is charging per 100. So first we need to divide by 100 to make it as how many hundreds are there in the 4000. You will get 40. That 40 only we need to multiply by 7 because it is given per 100 square centimeter only he is charging. After getting the answer, we need to divide by 100 to know how many hundreds are there in the 4000. You will get 40. Then you multiply by 7. Why? Because he is charging 7 rupees per 100 square centimeter. Okay. And in our some real life examples where we will use this rhombus to know the area of this glass window, and in the architecture building to build the flyover, and to know the measurement of the kite, even the flyover, all this we will use the rhombus. Okay. And we have our trapezium. Next topic is our trapezium. This topic we will see in the next class.